What's up, party people?
That's how you're starting it?
Yeah.
What's happening, party people? What's going on? We're here to party all night. Maybe take a nap later and party some more.
Yeah, no.
Or just go to bed at 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. What is happening, everybody? What's going on? It's Friday. It's No Pants Friday.
It is. Did you notice it's still light out?
It is still light out because we set the clocks back last week, so now it gets lighter. It'll probably get a little dark during our show.
It'll be dark by the time
it's also warm here. It was like I just went to the store and it was like 84 degrees.
Yep.
What's up with that?
Spring has sprung.
Don't ever say that again. Then you're gonna start talking about dads and grads.
Hey. Listen, I love springtime. This is why I live in Las Vegas. This weather is perfect. Spring and fall are beautiful here. Summer is the bowels of hell.
I like it.
I still love it.
I don't mind it.
I still love it.
You just stay inside where the air conditioning is, or you go jump in a pool.
Yeah.
So it works out pretty well.
But it is beautiful today. See, Corey says it's so nice outside.
It is, but it's a little warm in here. I was sitting in my office because we're upstairs here, and I was like, why is it so warm in here? And then I realized it's because it's getting warm outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so it gets a little...
Almost time for the air conditioning.
The air conditioning. Rebecca of Pollywog Flats. This is her first No Pants Friday, and she's all the way over there in Michigan.
Well, welcome. Welcome, Rebecca.
She's hanging out with Laura over in Michigan.
Yep.
Anyway, guys, what's going on? It's Friday. You know, Friday here for us is pretty low key. We don't really ever do anything.
We are so boring.
Which is why we're dependent on you guys to keep us entertained and hang out with us. Mm-hmm. However, I would like to talk a little bit about how we actually went out last night. Seriously, guys, we actually went out last night. We went somewhere where the festivities didn't even start until 8 p.m. It was crazy. We were home by 11, okay?
The festivities didn't even start until 8 p.m. Oh, my
Usually it's
goodness.
like 8, and she's like, let's go to bed and watch TV. No, we do trivia with our friend Brett. I don't know if he's in the chat at all. Sometimes he shows up.
I was trying to get him to come here and do No Pants Friday with us and hang out.
Very resistant.
He was super resistant. He sent me a message. He said he needs to prep himself, and it was too last minute.
Very resistant. He has a good stash for it, though. He's got a good mustache going right now. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we play trivia with him. We have been playing trivia with him for a long time, back before the whole pandemic thing, and we've been able to do it a couple times since. But we went last night, and what was special about last night?
We won all around.
We swept the joint, guys. We won. Now, to be fair, we were up against, I say like 4 other teams. She says like 6. There weren't a lot of teams.
I think it was 6 total.
Yeah. I mean, because, okay, first of all, we won funniest team name, which I named the team, but I also want to say, you're very rude. I do want to say, I didn't think the name was that funny, but because we were up against other teams, and I don't think any of them were remotely funny. Mm-hmm. And ours was Quiz Me, I'm Irish. Whatever. Clever little turn of phrase, but not really. But it's still one. Yeah. Can you be a little more supportive? Like
it was whatever.
I can be self-deprecating, but you don't have to be an asshole.
Oh, all right. I can't be not self-deprecating. I can't be critical.
Anyway, well, okay. There's a difference between being critical and like the sourpuss on your face. Okay?
So who had the over/under on 4 minutes before Katy was bickering at me?
Whatever. But anyway, so we won that part of it, which meant we got free beers, which was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And which, speaking of Michigan, but they're actually from Montana. It's the what was it called? It's called the Montucky something snack. Anyway, it's just a good light beer. And then we won the whole thing. We won the whole thing, man.
We won.
We got a $20 gift certificate, like paper. We're talking paper gift certificate, guys, going old school, that we have to like go back and use to buy some beers, play some more trivia, maybe sweep it again.
It's a brewery, so they have like a lot of good IPAs on tap and stuff like that. I'm not an IPA drinker. I'm not a big drinker at all, in case you guys didn't know. If it's your first show, maybe you didn't know
She had 2.5 beers last night, guys. It was out of control.
2.5 beers. It was like,
she was dancing on the bar.
Yeah.
She got kicked out. She lost her phone, a whole lot of stuff, and one shoe. So
and one shoe. It's always just one shoe.
No, it was fun though, and we'll have to savor this for a while because the likelihood of us doing it again anytime soon is probably.
Oh, Britt said, yeah, we went from third to first in the last round, so that was pretty cool. I don't know, people that watch trivia or play trivia when they go to bars and stuff like that, we can be pretty competitive. And the group of the four of us, we all have our strengths in pop culture and different types of knowledge for trivia. So I think it's fun. I think the really four of us together are great. And then our friend James brings his wife Ari sometimes. So as a 5-pack, we're also really good. Mm-hmm. I think we get weakened when we have other people in.
So we're going to throw all the other people under the bus.
Mm-hmm, that's my theory.
Yeah. But we're all good we all have a nice wide array of useless knowledge. Although you have to watch out for this one because she knows a lot, but she also is overly confident with some of her answers that she doesn't necessarily know. And I'm probably the most competitive one. So I'm like trying to rein them in. But it was really fun. We were third going into the last round. But just real quick, the way the last round works, there's like 10 questions or whatever. And basically with the last round, you only answer the questions that you know for sure you're right on, because if you answer even one question wrong in that last round, you get 0 points for that round. So we were behind. So we had to at least get, what did we figure? We had to get at least 4 questions right to be able to pull ahead.
And it was double points, I think it is.
Yeah, it's double points. It's double points. But if you answer 7 and you get one wrong, you don't get any points at all for that whole round. Mm-hmm. And so in order to pull ahead of the winning team, we had to at least get 4 questions right, and we got 7 right. We did pretty good, I think. No, we got 6. We got 6 because we only answered 6 questions. So
6 out of the 10.
Yes.
Oh, and Greg Dupage Picker, we decided to go do trivia the one night that we went out with him last year when he moved to Vegas. Remember that when he moved to Vegas, Greg? Do you remember when you moved here and you shut down the entire freaking city? Mm-hmm. So Greg moved here. You've probably heard us tell the story literally 4 days before Vegas was shut down. So it was a year ago. And we met with Britt and James and Ari, and we dragged him to our trivia night on a Tuesday night.
Which they ended up not having trivia anyway. We just hung
because they had canceled it because of the Rona just starting to hit. Mm-hmm. And then the entire company, that entire restaurant closed down because of the Rona. Yeah. So yeah, it was all Greg's fault. Totally.
So Greg's coming back. He's probably going to ruin Vegas again. So we're looking forward to that.
So yeah, Greg is coming back to visit in May. I am thinking that's when I'm going to try to do our meetup if possible that Saturday when he's here.
Cool, man. Cool. We got a lot going on, guys. We're doing a bunch of traveling in April, and then in May we're doing some stuff as well. But we also have some people visiting. Like Allison Big Drift Thrift is going to be here at the end of May, beginning of June. Mm-hmm. We're going to go to Oregon to see my family towards the end of May. It's just a lot going on, so we're pretty excited about that.
And Greg did say, I will bathe in sage before I come. Yeah, he's not allowed back in Vegas unless he bathes in sage. You can't shut this shit down again, dude.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we are about ready. I just sent out a message to our meetup group yesterday or the day before. I am about ready to have us do our first in-person meetup in a very long time. We had one in July. We tried one in July. With masks because the masks were mandatory.
It was rough.
And it was just too difficult.
I couldn't hear anything.
We couldn't hear anybody. We needed the masks inside, and I totally get it. And because, cases had started to drop in the summer around here, and then obviously they shot way back up again, and with restrictions and everything. So I just kiboshed in-person meetups. But I'm thinking we're going to do the end of May. Vegas in general opens wide open for vaccinations for anyone 16 and up by April 1st. April 5th, sorry. And that means that anyone who wants to have the vaccine will be fully vaccinated by the end of May, I believe. So I think we can safely begin to gather. And those that don't want the vaccine, again, I'm not battling. This is not a discussion for the chat or for anything else. It's a personal choice. But anyone who is not interested in getting the vaccine, then it wouldn't matter to them whether the other people are vaccinated, right? So we're ready to open up and get back to in-person socializing again. Mm-hmm. So that's the plan. We want to have an in-person meetup where Katy and I are going to have hosted at our house. and we're going to have our cookout and just hang out with our local meetup peeps and everybody reintroduce themselves.
Because I forgot everybody's name.
That's a given. That's a given.
We'll be like, well, who are you? Why are you here in my house? What's happening right now? Basically, that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And nobody wants to even talk about eBay. eBay does get talked about, of course, but I think people love meetups because they just like that in-person connection with people that do like things. This is why eBay Open is such a popular thing. So I'm very excited to try to get together.
What's up, Jamie? What's happening? Jamie just got home from the grocery store, waited in line for a half an hour to check out. They didn't even know that you had something important to get home to. Come on. Anyway, it's Friday night, No Pants Friday, after dark, although it's not quite dark here now that we do the show a little bit earlier.
That's okay.
And the time has changed. What else is happening, guys? What are you guys doing? What's happening in your words?
November. Mother Deal says, I get my first shot next week. I can't wait to get my life back and hug my friends. Yeah. That's how I feel. We're heading back to Rhode Island to visit my family and a lot of friends. We're going to be up in your area toward the end of April. Mm-hmm. And Katy and I have had our first vaccine and we'll have our second on April 1st.
Yep.
And that's how I feel. It's, again, personal choice. But I feel, a lot of my friends and family members are older and a lot of them are immunocompromised and I don't have the best lungs. So for me, it's better safe than sorry. And I'd really want to be able to hug my people.
I can't wait to see my grandma when I go to Oregon.
I miss hugging people.
Yep.
So
I see Leah in the chat there. Leah, who just spent almost $3,000 on a single T-shirt last week. Leah, hey, when we come through to go to Phoenix in April, we'll stop in, and I'm going to bring you one of these "Don't Be a Dick" pins that we've been giving out. But I'm going to give you one. I'm going to bring it to you for free because I feel like you need to save your money now, and we're not selling them anyway. But I'll bring you one of these for you, and we're going to give a couple of them away later tonight. So make sure you're taking notes, okay? Because I would like to see what some of these notes look like at the end of a show of ours. What they choose to write down. But anyway, take some notes because we will ask some questions at the end of the show to see who was paying attention, and we'll give a couple of these away. But yeah, I'll bring one to you. Yeah, Leah says that she's broke now because she's basically going to be eating ramen noodles on the floor in the dark while wearing her Nirvana T-shirt that cost $2,800
for sure.
But it's cool.
And then I see, I saw Carmen said that she bought felt-lined hair rollers thanks to my advice. Mm-hmm. Well, good. I hope you sell them for a mint. I'm telling you, if you are not on Etsy, you should be on Etsy. They always sell for me on Etsy, and they sell for more on Etsy than anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and I sell all of them on Etsy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Speaking of reselling, guys, Stimmy Cocoa Pop.
That's what I've been saying.
Who's been getting stimmied? You got stimmied for a little bit, and then now you've lost the stimmy.
It was. And when I say everybody was feeling stimmy rich,
when you're getting stimmied, that means that people are buying your shit because they just got their stimulus check. And they want to spend some money online. So I hope that some of you guys have seen like a little jump in sales. My sales have definitely gone up a little bit. And it's nothing crazy yet. Nothing crazy. But I've actually had the last few days have been pretty decent for me. But hopefully some of you other guys out there are getting some awesome sales. People blowing money left and right.
I have had a good week on Poshmark, strangely enough. I think I've probably done $800 or $900 on Poshmark, which is very good for me for a week. But my eBay sales suck. So no stimmy rich or hitting my eBay store. I'll tell you that. I've had a 0 day today so far on every platform. But I've been shipping out 9 and 10 and 12 items a day, but it's been 7 or 8 items on Poshmark every day, which is a lot for me.
I shipped out 9 items today.
I also shipped out 9 items. 8 of them were Poshmark sales.
Crazy. 1
was an Etsy sale. Crazy. I have had 0 eBay sales yesterday and today.
James said Wednesday, which is the day that a lot of people, the money hit their accounts. Wednesday was her best sales day all week.
Nice,
so
nice.
That's pretty
I'm
good.
hoping we get some good sales over the weekend. I know that depending on, where you are in the country, a lot of people were starting to get their checks this week. Some got them as early as last week, but a lot of people were getting them on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. So let's see if we've got some good sales. I'm happy to see the economy being stimulated with stimulus checks. I've been singing like stimmy Cocoa Puffs.
Is it Cocoa Puffs? It's not Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, it's shimmy Cocoa Puffs. It's like a really lame cheer from the 80s.
It's not, the song is like shimmy Cocoa Pop, shimmy pop.
No, it's not.
It's not song. Cocoa Puff. Somebody look it up, okay? Somebody look it up. But seriously, like, we're pretty low key tonight. I feel like the energy's a little low. But this is our every other Friday night show where we come and hang out with you guys, answer any questions. So it's kind of an AMA, ask me anything, ask us anything, business related, personal, whatever. Speaking of Leah's outrageous purchase of a $2,800 vintage Nirvana t-shirt, I have a question for you guys out in the chat. What is the most you've ever spent on a single item to flip or to keep? Because I don't know. I don't even know if Leah's planning on flipping that t-shirt.
No, it's for her personal collection.
Yeah. But still, it's within the wheelhouse of things that she buys to sell. So I'm going to ask you guys, what's the most you've ever spent? How about you? What's the most you've ever spent?
I'm not done discussing this shimmy Cocoa Puffs thing. All Seriously. Right. So I was born in 75. I'm not talking about a song. This was like a cheer that we used to recite in the schoolyard when I was like 8. So someone might have put it into a song at some point, but there was certainly no song in the 80s that had that in it.
Well, there was, but I believe you that that's what you said when you were 8 years old and dumb. But there is actually an oldies song that has.
She could not possibly be wrong ever.
I'm sure I'm wrong. I'm sure
anything.
It's either pop or bop or something like that. But there is a shimmy song. I just don't know exactly what it is. Oh, Barbara says there's a song in the movie Big.
Yeah, and then Kelly Motherdale says, "I got your back, Vikki. It's a New England thing." Maybe it was. I don't know.
I believe
it's just
that.
Something when we were in elementary school that we used to sing.
Like I said, I'm saying that yes, you. There we go. It's right there. Little Anthony and the Imperials. Shimmy Cocoa Pop. Shimmy Cocoa Pop. Shimmy Pop. Anyway, yeah, I used to listen to those a lot when I was a kid. So again, I want to know though, what's the most you've ever paid for a single item that you were going to flip? I mean, I know you don't ever want to spend more than like $10, but
no, a little
bit.
I bought a motorcycle for $500 that I sold for $6,000. That was a long time ago when I first started selling. I don't really know. I bought an antique Kodak wooden box camera from the turn of the century. I spent over $400 on that. I sold it for $7,000.
Ooh.
That was big spending for me. That was a long time ago.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So just to give a little teaser for Sunday, because you went and did a little bit of sourcing today, but for somebody who doesn't usually spend up, you actually paid $40 for a stuffed animal. Did you not?
Yeah, 2 of them, $40 each.
She bought 2 stuffed animals today, you guys, for $40 each. She paid $40 each on stuffed animals, on plush, you guys. So you should make sure you watch Sunday's show, because you can see like what the stuffed animal was that you paid outrageous prices for somebody who doesn't usually pay up. I think it's pretty exciting. Yeah. Pretty exciting.
We'll see. See, there was another one right up there. Scroll up a little bit there. Scroll up. Kara K says 74 here. Shimmy Cocoa Puffs, East Coast.
I believe. Listen, I told you. I believe that's something you used to sing on the playground. I didn't say you didn't. I'm just saying there is an actual song that's different.
All right, whatever. Whatever.
And your response was there was nothing. I'm like sweating right now. It's so hot up here. Whew. Anyway, anybody got any questions? What you got? DuPage, Pick Air says $100 Dark Tower game, and also the first version Magnavox Odyssey.
I have found one Dark Tower game in my life, and it was broken and missing pieces, and I'm pretty sure I still got almost $100 for it, but I didn't get the full amount.
Mm-hmm. Leah says that she paid $2,200 on a speaker worth $10,000 to $15,000.
Wow, that's a lot.
Nice. Carmen wants to hear me go, what? On the plush, which seriously, guys, I mean, I've paid up. I think the most I've paid so far for one shirt was it $300 or $350 I paid for that Mosquito Head Velvet Underground t-shirt.
I don't remember what you paid for it.
But I think that's like the most I paid on a single item. But I definitely overall am usually more likely to pay up for stuff, and I'll regularly pay $100 for a t-shirt if I know that I can sell it for a bit more. But Britt chime in and saying that clearly he's the glue that holds the trivia team together. Yes, that's true. Well, it is true. I made him take the paper, our fancy paper gift certificate to hold on to, because I'm like, let's be. We're
not going without him.
Let's be honest here. The likelihood that one of us flakes, it's not going to be him that flakes out. So anyway.
It's true.
All right, guys. Let's see. Oh yeah. Waste not one. Mo, $1,000 spent, tens of thousands of dollars made on bottles. Yeah, she bought a crazy amount of like little. Well, there's one of them right there. Grab it. This is the one we actually got these from Mo when we wanted to fill a bunch of bottles with hand sanitizer, guys, for eBay Open back in 2019, and we had a bunch left over, and we actually gave up a lot of this away during the pandemic. But what's awesome is that she was already selling and making money off those bottles. But when everything happened, people were needing empty bottles for hand sanitizer, especially though.
I guess.
And she was selling them like crazy during the pandemic. It was nuts. Nuts. Anyway. All right, guys. What do you got for questions? Ask us some questions. Topics of conversation. What do you want to hear? Ooh, I'm sweating my balls off here.
I'm not sweating at all, so
I am.
Are you having a hot flush?
No, I think it's because I have like these flannel pajamas on. It's making me hot. Plus I'm high energy. You're like, I'm not hot at all. I'm just hanging out here being cool, man.
I am.
Being real cool. All right, guys, give us some questions.
Katie, what's the band on your shirt? Carmen would like to know.
Well, this shirt.
Not Morrissey.
No, this shirt I actually got from Greg Dupage Pick Air. It is a Misfits t-shirt. It's not vintage, but it's a really cool Misfits t-shirt because it's got a cassette tape on it, and it says "We Are 138," which is one of their songs, the OG Misfits, and which is, I actually really like the song a lot. And so it's actually a really cool t-shirt because there's a ton of Misfits t-shirts and stuff out there, like not non-vintage, but they all tend to be kind of the same. So this one's actually pretty unique. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite tees that I like to wear because it's a good fit. It's a good loose fit. And sometimes you need like a good loose fit, you know? Sometimes. Anyway, all right, guys. What other questions do you have? Yeah, seriously, Greg, it's one of my favorite shirts. I wear it a lot. It gets washed pretty much every time we do laundry. It's one of those. One of these days it'll be falling apart, and this one over here will decide to try to throw it away. You better not know. You don't yoink it. You yeet it. You guys, I'm trying to make her understand the difference between yoinking and yeeting. Yoink, yeet. Yoink, yeet. Yoink, yeet. Yeet, yoink.
Whatever.
Okay? Now, maybe you would yoink it and then yeet it. Is that possible? Is that what you're trying to say? Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
So say that you're going to yoink it and then eat it.
No, I'm not.
Say you're going to yoink it and then you're going to eat it.
I'm not saying that. It's a ridiculous word.
Say it.
Not saying
Say it.
Moving on. So
put down a 1 if you want to hear her say it, and a 2 if you want her to move on.
So in the chat, Strong asked, "Will we hear wedding bells from y'all this year?" Possibly.
It's possible. It's possible.
Anything's possible.
Yep. See, they all want to hear you. I know they all want to hear you say that you're going to yoink it and then you're going to eat it. Mother Deals, she wants to hear it. Come on, just say it. Just say you're going to yoink my shirt and you're going to eat it.
I'm not. Can you just shut up and move on? It's a ridiculous word. I'm not using that word. Ridiculous made up word.
So rude. So rude.
Let's see. Oh, Michelle, reseller project. My birthday is Sunday. I'm one of the lucky ones who gets 2 birthdays of COVID. Ugh.
Oh, geez. Come on.
I'm sorry. You need to have like 5 birthdays, 1 for every month starting like in next year. You get like 5 birthday months in a row, I think.
You get like a full-on birthday this year.
Yeah. My birthday's
There's no reason why not. We'll be fully vaccinated.
We're going to be in Rhode Island the day after your birthday, so we'll celebrate your birthday in Rhode Island.
Yeah, you're going to have to get me some hot wienas, some lobster rolls. Mm-hmm. And keep that party pizza away from me, though.
All right. All right.
You stop it. You stop it. Anyway, Jill, look at Jill. She's bringing the wisdom. All words are made up.
All right, Jill. Shut up.
All words. It's true. They're a construct, you guys. The word construct is a construct. The word is a construct.
Oh my Lord, stop.
Created by people.
I am never getting her Dutch Brothers in the afternoon again. Because clearly she is like caffeined out.
Irregardless.
Oh no, I'm gonna
I don't ever use that word, but I wanted to say it to get that look on her face. Ooh. Word up. Cameo wants you to know.
Why are you so stoned tonight?
I'm
For
not.
someone who I don't even know what's going on with her. So Jamie asked a question. Any guesses when or if there will be another eBay Open? There is an eBay Open happening this year, but it is virtual. It is going to be a 2-day or 3-day event. It is virtual. They've already announced that it's going to be virtual this year. It will be, I don't know if it's going to be free. If it's not free, it's going to be very inexpensive because it's going to be virtual. Whether there will be another in-person one again, who knows?
Well, you got to remember, guys, they already were not doing an actual open in 2020, even before the
correct,
even before the whole pandemic thing happened. So I don't know. I mean, to me, I feel like there's also a good chance that they'll never do a full-on open.
They might be doing all those little those local meetup things, in-person meetups. Who knows? I will say that we've talked about this before on our show, but it's been a long time. It's been almost a year since we talked about it. We are still having our reseller remix. Mm-hmm. We are going to be having that this year. As soon as everything opens up to full capacity here, we'll get to planning, but it's going to be in the fall of this year. We will be having it this year.
October, maybe November. We're not sure.
October or November. It will be an in-person 3-day reseller event. It will not be free, but we will be doing our reseller event this year.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Apparently, Leah has questions, plural, at home written down. She takes notes. She got a list of questions that she's been meaning to ask, but she's at the shop.
But yeah, we will be having our reseller remix, which is going to be a 3-day event, and it will be end in a party. We will have lots of classes and things, and it'll be a 3-day workshop.
Yeah, I hear the Foo Fighters are going to play at the party.
I suppose if you could get in touch with Dave Grohl, I'd be all about that. But, it will not be hella hot. It will be October, which is one of the best months in Las Vegas, actually.
Yeah. So Lucy has a question about the algorithm on eBay. Is sell similar not the same as a truly new listing? Sell similar is absolutely a completely new listing. You're getting a new item number. I do sell similar for all my new listings because I just sell pretty much t-shirts and sweatshirts. I do sell similar off of my own listings because it makes it a lot faster to list. But yeah, if you end an old listing and do sell similar, it's a completely new listing. Mm-hmm. It really is. But
you should change it. I will say, if you are here's the difference. It is a whole new listing on eBay. Will it necessarily equate to more sales? In a lot of instances, yes, it will. But if you have an item that is a super stale listing and you create a sell similar as a new listing and you change nothing about the price, nothing about the pictures, and nothing about the title, you are just putting it back into SEO it's already indexed in SEO as far as and by SEO, I mean search engine optimization. It is already indexed in Google using that same title somewhere else. So you're not like putting putting it out into the universe as a brand new item that way. So the suggestion is that you should change your title up, change the words up just a little bit, change your price, bring it up by $5, bring it down by $5, $1, $2, whatever. When you do that, that creates a brand new listing that actually has a chance to get a little bit more traction on it.
Yeah, well, you also have to think about like, why did it become stale in the first place? So that's which I think that is probably what's more important about it, is that it didn't sell for 3 months or a year or 2 years for a reason. So even if you make a new listing, what's the likelihood that's just going to keep being ignored? But it is a new listing. And
so Jill, we would love to have it at GVR, but none of you would be able to afford to come if we had it at GVR. So we are not eBay. So
I think
if you wanted to spend $1,000 a person to come to a 3-day event, then we could have it at GVR. But if you all want to be able to afford to come to it, it's not going to be at GVR.
And I think where we're going to have it and the part of Vegas we're going to be in is better anyway. There's going to be a lot more to do when we're not actually doing the event, when we're off campus, so to speak. So I actually think it's going to be pretty cool. So
to flip it sent me a link to an auction that I went and peeped on, and it was all individual listings, not all of it, but it was a lot of it were Victorian dresses, like true Victorian dresses. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, Jill, sometimes they have great deals, but not for event space.
No, and honestly, once we come out with like all the details of like where it's going to be at and what we're doing, I think everyone's going to be really, really happy about it. Seriously, it's going to be cool. All right. How do we deal with stale inventory? I mean, I'd say that we're probably the worst at that. I definitely have some stale inventory, some old stuff that I would never buy now that's just taking up space. But for me, because I haven't actually run out of space, I haven't bothered to do the work to pull it and get rid of it, but I definitely need to. You, because you actually did run out of space a while back, you did go through and get rid of them.
I got rid of about
not too much though.
200 items. I just donated them. I donated them to another seller. And that was on stuff that was at least 2 years old. I haven't done that it's been 2 years since I did that last. I don't generally do that. I will say that I turn over probably 80% of my inventory a year is my guesstimate.
Yeah.
So I do have stragglers that are, up to 2 years old. Every once in a while, I have one odd thing that I've had for 2 or 3 years that finally sells. But no, I don't really worry about it. I have an anchor store, so it doesn't really it doesn't make a difference. The only thing that makes a difference is whether I have the space to store it. And right now I have 3,300 listings, and I still have room for quite a few more. So I have no reason to dump inventory.
Yeah. I will say one other thing about algorithms and everything like that. The bottom line is, if anyone tells you they know for sure, here's how it works and here's what you need to do, don't believe them, because nobody knows. Because
there's a reason
a lot of it, eBay keeps a secret, because
Cassini's algorithms are a secret for a reason. If you knew how to dupe the algorithm, someone would create a program to do it automatically
with bots and stuff like that.
And then it would, everybody would be doing it that way.
So even what we say, we're not telling you this is exactly how it is, and that's the only way it is. It's more like, we've been doing this for quite a while, and this is how we feel it works. And from conversations we've had with people at eBay and other sellers, this is how we think it works best. But the reality is, everybody always has like an idea of like what works best for them. Like Vikki charges shipping. I don't charge shipping. Some people are like, I have to end all my listings every 30 days. And that's what works for me. And it's crazy. And I get way more sales that way. Everybody has their own experience. You need to play around with it and see what works best for you. And also maybe look at like what you're actually selling, and is it stuff that people are wanting to buy?
That's exactly true.
So
because I sell, 85 to 90% of what I sell is vintage, whether it's vintage clothing or vintage hard goods, vintage items in general. All of what I sell, and I've said this before, is pretty much long tail. I'll occasionally sell something right away, and that's great. That means someone's been looking for it. It's specifically a desirable item, but most of my items I'm going to have for an average of 3 to 6 months. So I'm constantly just building up inventory, knowing it'll sell at some point down the line. I'm not looking to flip 100% of my inventory every 60 days. And there are sellers that do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just a completely different selling method. If you're selling vintage clothing and vintage items, that's not going to happen. That's not the way this business works. Vintage clothing is not going to flip that fast.
Mm-hmm.
So
So Jamie, you know what? Honestly, I do think that holding on to stale listings probably does make your whole store slow down for sure. Because I've had stuff where maybe something sells in a category that I haven't been active with, like records, for instance. I sell, I have a small amount of vintage, or not vintage, but small amount of like movie soundtracks on vinyl. And I won't list on there for months. And then at some point somebody will buy one and all of a sudden I'll sell a couple more because it's like, it kind of, my store,
the category.
That category wakes up a little bit. So I totally believe that they do slow it down. And honestly, I probably should just be like, F it and not worry about doing the inventory right away and just end a bunch of my old listings that I would never bother selling now. Again, it's just I haven't done it yet, and it probably does hurt my store. So yeah, I do think that it does that.
Yeah, and Deborah, I cross post all of my stuff to Mercari and everything else. Mercari's fees are not any lower than eBay's anymore.
Not anymore. Point. They're 13%. They're more.
They're pretty much the same.
They're more.
It's about the same once you factor in that 30 cents per transaction fee and all that crap. So it's about the same. I don't. It's whatever. I put stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I've got over 1,000 listings on Facebook Marketplace. If I'm lucky, I sell 2 to 3 things a week. Most of my stuff has 0 views. It's just one of those platforms that, here's the thing, Facebook Marketplace is not a regulated platform yet. It is very problematic. There is 0 customer service, and there is 100% chance that if someone files a chargeback on your item in some way or decides that they want a refund on your item, they are 100% getting a refund and you are not getting your item back. So with all of that being said, it is a platform that is currently being built, but there's no monitoring of the platform.
Yeah.
It has potential, but it's not there yet. Right now, it's just a hot mess. So I don't sell anything that is worth a lot of money on Mercari, on Facebook Marketplace. I don't sell anything that has cost me more than a couple of dollars that I'm willing to lose. I figure if I lose money on the platform or if somebody scams me out of something, and again, I don't sell in high scam categories, so it's not super likely, but it has already happened to me. And they get given a refund and get a free item out of the deal. All it's going to do is piss me off. It's not really going to cost me a lot. So with all that stuff on, being said, then it's just a risk. Either you have the ability to take that risk or you don't. If you're operating on sale matters that much to you, then I do not suggest listing on Facebook Marketplace.
I just read Liz's message as, hi, everybody. Or, hi, everyone.
Really?
Because there's all the extra H's. Hi, everyone.
You're weird.
Yeah, Mercari is definitely my worst platform. It's the slowest. But let me tell you a little Mercari tale. I had this shirt that I had picked up at yesterday's Fits, and I priced it super high. It was a comic book t-shirt, and I had it priced at like $300. This guy had messaged me when I first listed it like over a month ago. And he was like, hey, I really don't, similar shirts to this one don't sell more than like $75 to $90. Will you take $90? And I was like, no, I just listed it. So not right now, blah, blah. So I'd been sending out offers and nobody had wanted this shirt. I've been sending out offers. Maybe I went down to like 150. And then yesterday he sent me a message and he was like, hey, I see you still have it. Are you willing to consider it now? And he said $90. And I'm like, let's make it 100. So I don't want to go lower than that, whatever. So I sent him the offer for 100. He accepts it. He pays this morning. I was in the middle of taking it down from other platforms. I got distracted. So Mercari, it still was on there. I literally sold it on Mercari today for $200. I'd already shipped the guys. It was sitting out in the thing for the mail lady to come pick it up. But it was like, Mercari, why would you choose this moment to give me a super high dollar sale? Why? What are you doing over there?
I'm sorry. I just got a message on eBay. Stupid. I haven't sold anything today, but I just got a return request.
See, if you hadn't been looking at your phone, you wouldn't even know that a horrible thing just happened to you. Anyway, so yeah, that's how Mercari hurt me today because I finally got a really good sale and I wasn't going to like go grab the thing off the front porch and cancel the guy's sales, but
I might have.
Not at that point.
I might have.
Anyway, you're a little surly tonight.
You don't know.
Is this what happens when you have 2 days of no sales on eBay?
That's really, I get really cranky.
She's a little crabby, you guys. Anyway, what other questions you guys have?
I saw Will pop in there a little bit back and said that his Etsy is on fire. So Will, I follow you on Instagram, and he's been totally dabbling in a lot of vintage stuff that probably is doing really well on Etsy. A lot of vintage glassware and like mid-century tchotchkes and things like that. So kudos to you for branching out and learning new things and new platforms. I think that's really awesome. I don't mess with glassware. It's just not my thing. I don't like it. I don't find joy in it. It does not spark joy. I'll buy it. Like if I find some like Lalique or like, Baccarat somewhere, I understand what that is. I know what that is. I'll buy it and sell it. Sure. But I'm like not seeking out other stuff because it just bores the crap out of me.
I think it's really funny about like how people have their different categories that they love or they hate. Like I love doing clothing, but I'm very specific about what I do. I can do 1 million t-shirts and I never get bored as long as I think the t-shirts are cool. And I think it's really fun. There's other people who absolutely hate clothing and don't even want to touch it. So why don't you tell us in the chat, what's like the one category that you absolutely hate and you don't care what kind of return you can get on it. You don't want anything to do with it. And Kara,
for me, it's glassware pretty much.
Kara throwing out a really good
airplane
reference over there. Mm-hmm. When I first started, I did hard goods. I did clothing. It was like, whatever. But honestly, I really hate the having to figure out a different shipping method for each thing. Or like when you're taking your pictures, I like having, as our Canadian friends say, a process. I like having a process. I like being able to set up a system and being able to find ways to do it efficiently and quickly, or just, I like having a system. And so for me, when I have to like stop and then do this other thing, and now I'm going to take pictures of this big thing, and then I'm going to do this little thing, and then I got to have these boxes.
She hates doing what I do.
Pretty much.
Glassware sucks ass as far as I'm concerned. I'm also with Danica, Lady Luck Junk, RA. RA doesn't do it for me. And I understand, believe me, I understand that Amazon and RA and learning how to sell in bulk and quantity is where the money is at. Mm-hmm. I am not knocking that. There are many people that do far better than I do, far better than Katy does, and that's their bread and butter, and that's how they make great money. It is of zero interest for me. Every time I try to buy something new and I think I'm getting a great deal and I do it in anticipation of doing RA with it, I suck. It is a total suck fest. I can't sell it. I can't give it away. Everybody else could be selling it for 10 times what I bought it for, and I won't be able to sell it at my cost price. It's happened to me. I can't tell you how many times. I am terrible at anticipating trends. Fashion, I've got. Fashion, I understand. I understand fashion trends. I understand where they're going. I understand where they're coming from. Vintage especially, and that type of trending. But yeah, RA, like, let me go buy a case of, like, for example, like what Rowley Roots do, let me go buy a case of, coffee makers and sell those. First of all, bores the shit out of me. Mm-hmm. Second of all, I don't know. No, first of all, it bores me. It doesn't do anything for me. Going into a store and scanning items. Ugh. Yeah. Kill me now. That's what my brother does.
Jamie gives a $5 super chat. Says, thank you guys for all the knowledge. Thanks, Vikki, for always answering me quickly on Instagram to help me. She's good at that. I'm not so much.
You're welcome.
It depends on when you catch me. Sometimes
Katy will never answer you.
Not never. It happens sometimes, but a lot of times I don't see stuff. I always have my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I'm working and I don't pay attention. And there's a good chance that I'll never answer your question. And I'm a horrible, horrible human being when I do that. But thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
I'm going to give her a super.
I'm sorry.
Just chill the F out, woman. I'm going to do a super chat song. A little bit of super chat. J'ai super chatté. They needed
ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, you guys, I am not into like the RA stuff at all, for sure. Mm-hmm. Stan Strong says it skeeves her out when I touch shoes. That's true. I don't mind selling shoes. But
Naomi wants to know if we're on Shopify. She's definitely not on Shopify. I'm not on Shopify, but
you should be.
But I probably should be because of what I sell, because I sell vintage streetwear, and Shopify is a really good thing to do in concert with Instagram. But I am not on Shopify. I really should be, and that should be something I should be focusing more on. But
yeah, if you sell in a certain niche, Shopify is excellent. If you have a curated type of store or closet or whatever you want to call it, and you're selling to a specific niche market, or if you're selling, you're selling only women's dresses and you're selling only t-shirts, you're only vintage streetwear, or, health and beauty aids or whatever it might be, Shopify is a fantastic way to showcase what you sell. Because my crap changes all the time.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to say that I have a niche.
Although, I mean, I don't necessarily know if that's true for you, because yes, you sell a bunch of different types of stuff, but I do feel like with the type of clothing and the different collectibles and different things that you pick up, I do feel like that there is an audience out there that would build a customer base.
So I follow a lot of the active resellers that sell what I do on Instagram and stuff. And a lot of them have gotten into selling online and selling on Instagram. And I know that you can build a market base for that. It's just, again, it's time. I'm not so sure that devoting that time for me to build the audience on Instagram or on Shopify in order to sell to an outside audience, because other resellers are not going to buy what I'm selling. Why would they?
Deb says, ask Mel about fingerlings circa 2017.
Yes, you guys told us about that. I totally remember.
Does anybody need a unicorn sprinkler? How many of those do you have left?
Just one.
Just one?
Just one, because I gave them out to every freaking kid I've ever met in my life for Christmas one year.
I mean, that's a good part of it, is we just made them presents.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a total loss. But still. Anyway, guys, any other questions? Continue with your questions, business related or personal. We'll answer them. Some of them may make Victoria say naughty words or roll her eyes or maybe even snort, but you can ask them.
Lucy says, I've been in antiques and housewares since the 1980s. Bubble wrap is your friend. It is. I use a lot of bubble wrap. Clock. I love cuckoo clocks.
She does. She does really well with them when she does
when
get her hands on one. That's a good buy.
Yeah, so like a lot of the people that I follow, like I said, on Instagram that sell in the same market that I do, do very well by just posting to Instagram and stuff. But it's just not me.
All right. Have enough time. I don't know why Danica is pushing her GD barbecue sauce or cereal on people.
Apparently, she did some
maybe she bought some pallets of barbecue sauce. It depends on what kind of barbecue sauce it is. Okay, I like it when it's sweet and spicy. That's my favorite. Sweet heat. All right, Barbara. Mark wants to know what's the funnest thing you've ever sold. What's something that was the most fun to you? I guess I don't know.
I have to say, I may have to talk about Herman.
Oh, Herman!
So, for those of you that don't know, Herman was a taxidermy fox that I bought at an estate sale, and I think I paid $60 for him, if I remember correctly.
Something like that.
It was just a red tail fox, beautiful fox, but he had the cutest little expression on his face. I don't know how to describe it, but he looked like a stuffed animal almost, even though it was a real
Maybe it was somebody's third or fourth time doing it.
Yeah, and
taxidermy, so
Herman was goofy looking. He was cute. So, and I sold him to somebody in New York that actually collects taxidermy and dresses them up and creates little vignettes and things like that. And she followed me on Instagram and tagged me, and now I follow the adventures of Herman because he does other things and has other friends that she's put with. I don't know. That was probably my most fun thing that I sold because of the story that goes with it. I really liked that one. I think I sold him for $350 plus shipping to New York. But he was so fun.
Yeah. I don't know what the most fun thing is that I've ever sold.
He did have a look at his face as Allison says, the look was, oh shit. Yeah. He looked a little scared. That's what it was. He was like,
yeah,
it was funny.
A little scared, a little forlorn. But anyway, most fun thing I've ever sold. I don't know. I've sold some really cool shirts. I don't know if I'd necessarily call them fun. I think they're fun. I think they're cool. What do you think? I don't know.
What do you think is fun and cool?
Are you? See, look, she's not even
reading.
She's not even listening to me, guys.
I don't listen. I was reading.
What are you chewing on?
A bottle cap.
It looks like one of those squeaker toys out of a dog toy. Squeakers out of a dog toy.
No, it's a bottle cap.
Like it looks like you just ripped up a stuffed animal and you're like chewing on it now. Anyway, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that one. So sorry, guys. I'm lame. What? Liz wants to know, what was the last podcast you were interviewed on?
Well, funny you should ask, Liz.
What?
I was interviewed for the reseller podcast, the Liz Perfectly Reseller podcast with Liz O'Kane and Doug Smith. It will come out on Wednesday of this week, I believe.
You got real NPR there.
I did very, very, very ASMR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it comes out Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday
or Tuesday. I thought it was Tuesdays.
No, it comes out on Wednesdays. Deborah says, too much wine, folks. I'm feeling bad for Herman. Yeah, I you know what? This is why I rescued him, because I knew he needed to be in a house with someone that would appreciate him for what it was. I didn't kill Herman. I didn't stuff him. He was vintage. But that's why I rescued him, because I felt like he really needed to be in a nice home.
I don't know that I've actually ever been interviewed for a podcast. I did eBay Radio back in the day.
I've done eBay Radio 3 times.
But I don't think... Did you ever do the podcast version?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I didn't either. So I've actually never been interviewed for a podcast.
And I've interviewed with the So you want to sell on eBay podcast. Is that what that's called? Liz has been on, and I think Barbara has too. So I don't remember what it was called, but So You Think You Want to Be on eBay? That was an older one.
I was supposed to be on that, and I got on, and then we were having technical difficulties, so I had to bail, and then we never got it rescheduled.
That was me.
No, I had a similar thing.
thing.
Yes, I had the same thing happen when I was back in Oregon. I had the exact same thing happen. I know that like there's somebody, my dad sent me some contact info from some woman back in Sublimity, my hometown, who's like doing a podcast and wanted to interview me to talk about the fire that we had at our house. And I'm like, I'm sorry, a Sublimity podcast. The town literally has 2,000 residents. Like, I'm like, who is listening to this podcast? And I never did really respond to her. So I'm terrible. See, I'm terrible. I don't respond.
I've done a lot of TV and radio interviews, but as far as reseller podcasts, this is the only one I think that's going to be out that I've been on, and I'm excited. I want to hear what it sounds like, because we talked for like an hour, and I know they edited it down to like 40 minutes or something like that, or 30 minutes.
Well, and then they put the whole thing on their YouTube, right?
Oh, I don't know.
They?
I don't think they do unedited on the YouTube.
I thought they did. I remember hearing that it was like an hour and a half was like you could watch the whole thing on the YouTube. Liz,
maybe.
Fill us in. There you go.
How does it work?
How's it work? All right, guys. Other questions, comments, business, personal, what have you? What would you like to know?
I would like to know what is in that beer and why does it feel like you've
had more caffeine? It's a Pilsner.
I feel like she's had more caffeine.
I'm being high energy to keep things going, because you're kind of like low key and hey, what's going on, everybody? Until somebody says something that makes you go, and then you're back to. That's basically you, Nate. How do you feel about that?
All right. Okay.
See? I was right.
So Jamie says at least Katy admits she doesn't respond. It's true. So you should advertise that you get the full interview on YouTube, that it's like you get the outtakes. I think that's fun.
Well, she has said it because I knew it.
See, I clearly I don't listen
sometimes
to my friends.
I do listen. Jamie says at least Katy admits she doesn't respond. But yeah, I did. See, that's the thing. It's like,
see, here's the thing. I get about 5 or 6 messages a day. At least, sometimes as many as 10 messages a day, every day, between eBay, Instagram, and email from stranger friends, from our reseller friends, either from our group or from people that watch the show. And Katy has already said she doesn't answer, so that means that everybody comes to me. So I do answer every message. And if I have ever missed a message by you, I'm sure you're going to call me out on it. But I do try to get every single message.
Well, here's the thing, guys. So 24/7, you can see the little. Hold on. Let's see. Try and get close. You can see the little I'm trying to show it. The little speaker with the line through it. Yeah. My phone is always on Do Not Disturb. That means I have never heard my phone cha-ching for a sale. Never. Because I don't like notifications. I don't like I don't like I don't like cha-ching. I don't like meow meow. I don't like I don't like any of it, okay?
Mine is also
and I don't want to vibrate. I don't want a vibration. I don't want my butt to vibrate. I don't want the table to vibrate because it pisses me off. I don't like notifications. So it's all turned off. I don't like it. If I want to see what's going on, I'll pick up my phone and I'll look at it. So that's how it works.
And I send out all the gifts. Yes, you are correct, including the Don't Be a Dick pins, which I think we should give out a few now. Yeah, I do. I bought them and I send them out.
Aren't you special?
Well, because we all know we can't count on Katy to send shit out.
I send out stuff that people will buy from me. I managed to keep my job going. Why are you so quiet? What's going on?
What's the most money you ever won on a jackpot in Vegas?
Yours is gonna be way more than mine.
Actually, in Vegas, no. The most I've ever won was
like 600.
Oh God, no more than that. 1,700 on a slot machine. 2,500 at a table game. And then I think the most I ever won, and I did a slot tournament once where I won $3,000. So those are my three highest pay since I've lived here.
You have to gamble money to actually win money, and I
don't gamble anymore that much.
But I'm not. When we go out, like if I'm being real crazy, $60 will probably be my max.
Mm-hmm.
But
mine's usually, like 200 or 300 max.
Yeah, right. So we don't go out. We don't do it very often. But she'll drop $200-$300 in a night. Whereas I'm like $40 down and I'm done for the most part.
And she'll come and sit near me and make me feel guilty for feeding the
But
machines.
I'm not. Okay. But be fair. I never give you a hard time.
No, because it's my money.
No, I don't give her a hard time about it. So actually the last time we went, we did some gambling was when the ladies were in town.
Mm-hmm.
And
a couple weeks ago.
And I started with 60. I was going to be real wild. I started with 60 and I won quite a bit right away. I was up like $150 or something. And then now when I go up like that, I'll totally gamble away all of the winnings because I'm just like, whatever.
You're playing with their money.
And so I played for the rest of the night and then I was down a little bit. And then by the end of the night, I was up another $150. But usually I'll be like, if I'm up like 100 or so, I'll be like, woo, cool, go home. But yeah.
So Deb says, or it might be Mel, I don't understand slot tournaments. It's basically when you gamble at specific casinos, it's a contest. You get to come in for free. A tournament is free. You don't put any money in. It's just a weird timed thing where you're just hitting the stupid machine and you hope whoever gets the most points gets you into like a, into a slot and winning. So.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's it.
I just don't like
your luck.
I can't handle losing money. It makes me sick to my stomach. It's like, so I have to have a set amount that I'm okay to lose for that night as a price for entertainment. But otherwise I'm like, I might as well burn a pile of money. Like it just seems silly to me. So although I think it's fun. Slot machines are fun as long as I'm not losing money.
To go play tonight. Let's go.
You're like, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Corey says, I should have just handed Katy my money that night. It was fun, though.
We had fun.
Like, to me, being, like, even if I can just break even, if I can play all night, that's fun. I think it's really fun. Mm-hmm. I call it mediocre hot when a machine just, like, keeps letting you win just enough to keep playing. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's mediocre hot tonight. Sweet. That's perfect. All right. Questions, guys. Oh, wait. Do you have a question? Are you going to ask something?
No, you need to ask the questions because I'll take care of the rest. So we've got some pins to give away. We've given away a bunch of these so far. I ended up ordering 100 of them.
That's a lot of prizes.
And I've given out quite a few.
All right. So this is what we're giving away. We'll do.
Corey, did I still forget to give you one? Corey, you need to come get one next time I see you. Ask me for one because I forget.
So this is the pin. It says, don't be a dick, because we like to say their motto is #don't be a dick. Because listen, I mean, there's being sassy. There's being a little bit,
The hell was that?
Like sometimes maybe you're a little bit more prickly than other times. You, third person, not you, but you too. But don't be a dick is just like a good philosophy of like, be respectful of other people. Like, it's not that hard. It's not like life would be better for everyone.
Just be nice. That's all it means. Is to just be.
But it's not even
us being sassy.
It's not even
just be nice.
It's not even about being nice, because I would say no. The opposite. It's not. It doesn't mean be nice. It means don't be a dick. Like if you don't like somebody, you walk away. If you don't. Not everything needs to have your input, basically. So it's okay to just shut your effing mouth. Is basically what it is.
Oh, ooh.
And otherwise,
Katy said the F word.
Well, I didn't. Otherwise, it's just like be considerate, like be thoughtful. Like if you have an issue with somebody, just leave them alone. Like just don't be a dick. It's not that hard.
It's true.
It's not that hard.
It's true. We all have different philosophies. We all have different, interests, beliefs, and convictions. And whether it's, political, personal, romantic, doesn't matter what it is. If you don't agree with somebody else, just why? Just don't be a dick about it. Just like whatever. Live and let live.
Yeah. And if something doesn't concern you, like then who cares?
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Exactly. Worry about yourself. Okay. That's my other.
Deborah says, always be kind. Well, you should definitely be teaching your granddaughter, always be kind. Yeah. You don't want to teach your granddaughter.
It's good to be kind.
You don't want to teach your granddaughter, don't be a dick. That's kind of, it's pretty crass, but, No,
you should. I believe you should always be kind, but I guess what I'm saying is don't be a dick isn't necessarily the same as always be kind. It's more like just leave people alone,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So,
Mo, you're totally going to get one anyway. You're already on the list. The personal friends that we see are absolutely, going to get one.
Okay, so here's the first question. Okay, so here's how it works, guys. I ask a question, and whoever gets the correct answer in the chat first, and that's only from our view, so we don't need to hear any of you guys whimpering and whining and saying that you said it first on your side. It's just from how we see it. When it comes up first, you will win this. So I will ask the question and then I'll say now, and then you guys go and we'll pick the winner. So the first one, here's the question. All right. Now no reaction. Don't give the answer. Okay. First question is tonight, No Pants Friday After Dark, tonight, March 19th. What kind of beer is Victoria drinking? Go. What kind of beer is Victoria drinking tonight? Go. Who's going to answer first? Let's see. And you will get a don't be a dick pin. Okay. Here we go. Let's see who answers this right. Okay. I see it. Ooh. Kara's the winner. It was a trick question. She's not drinking a beer tonight. Usually she is drinking a Coors Light.
Mm-hmm.
She usually drinks a Coors Light. She is drinking water tonight because she is lame. Anyway, so that was a
Kara,
trick question.
I have your address. I will send you and Mike a pin.
Yeah, seltzer would have been a good answer. Sometimes.
Seltzer's a good guess too, usually.
But yeah, I am
you trickster.
I am a trickster.
Yeah, I'm usually a seltzer, Coors Light, Corona Light. I am a weak ass beer drinker.
Yeah,
as
true.
We said to the
beer or coffee.
As we said to the bartender last night, because it's all these craft brews and stuff. I'm like, give me the weakest ass watery beer you have. That's the closest to domestic crap.
She likes her beer like she likes her coffee, water.
Yep,
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
It's true.
Yes, Corey, she did have 2.5 beers last night.
I did.
And it was some real watered down stuff. Okay, so that was the first question. Let me think. What should the next question be? I'll try not to make it a trickster one this time. Okay, this is my question. I am wearing a Misfits shirt. Who sent me this awesome Misfits t-shirt? Go now. You can answer his real name or his name in the chat. Either one will be accepted. We'll see who answers first.
Wow, everybody got real quiet.
I know. Are we offline?
Nope, you get the first one.
Yeah, we'll go Jamie Brown. DuPage Pick-Air.
Click on it.
Where'd you go? Jamie Brown. There you go, Jamie.
Jamie, message me your address and I will send you a pin.
All right. And then let's do one more. We're going to do one more. So we have a lot going on over the next couple of months. And we're going to be doing some traveling. People are going to be coming here. Who is coming to visit here at the end of May, beginning of June? Go now. Now. Go down.
There are 2 answers that are acceptable.
No. I specifically said somebody. So there's one answer that is acceptable only.
All right.
Only. Up. And it is Joyce. Joyce Kittler. There you go. There you go. I wish it was Binky and Allison. That would be like mind-blowingly awesome.
It would be fun. So yes, it is Allison. Big Drift Thrifter. BDT.
BDT. Allison says, pin? I thought you said gin. I'm out. Heyo, 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 heyo. Anyway, yeah, so we gave those. Well, every time we do this this Friday show, we will give out a few of these pins. So which means it'll probably last us for a few years because Vikki got 500 of them.
I got 100.
But this is what the pin says. It says, don't be a dick. And it's not. Yeah, there it is.
And June 6th through 11th, Linda and Mo are going to be
I know.
So yes, we can celebrate my birthday. And isn't it your birthday too, Mo? Isn't that where you're coming out? Or is it your anniversary?
It's our anniversary.
I knew it was something. I didn't remember it was birthday or anniversary. Sorry.
Well,
it'll just be a big old celebration.
All
right. So Joyce, send an email to the email down below or message one of us. I know you're in the our Facebook group. You know how to just send me a message through Facebook or through the email down there and just give me your mailing address, please. And I will get these out this week.
There you go. All right. Are we ready to wrap it up? What do you think?
We are. Now you're going to have to take me to gambling tonight.
No.
I can never get her out of the house.
That's not true. We were just out last night.
Voice goes up so many octaves.
And you had 2 0 sales days on eBay. You don't have any money to put in the machines.
What do you know? Grandpa Joe sent me a stimulus.
I'm going to go make you some ramen noodles for dinner.
You don't know.
I'll crack an egg in there and really put some protein in it.
That's gross. Gross.
Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Yeah, my birthday is next month. It's exactly a month from now. My birthday's on April 19th. Indeed. We will
be leaving on April 20th to go to Rhode Island. So we will celebrate Katy's birthday probably in Rhode Island with some friends.
Yeah, we're going to Rhode Island on the 20th. So I'm basically going to co-opt the entire trip to be my birthday trip.
All right.
And I'm going to eat as many hot wieners and lobster rolls as I can.
Okay. Fair enough.
And if we can, we need to go to Newport and get that seafood pizza again.
Oh.
Because it was so good. I hope that place is still around.
Oh, it's still around. They've been around forever.
So good, guys. So good. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We had fun. Go enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. And we'll see you on Sunday so you can see these stuffed animals that Victoria ridiculously spent $40 each on.
It's true.
We'll see if it was a big mistake or if she's going to be rich.
Well, I don't know about that.
All right, guys. We will talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.